again, and welcome to week 13 of my Project 52. This week I'm going to be scrapping with Dagi's Temptations, Reflections March, template number 3. It's a 4 template set, and this is the template that we're going to use. This is available at Ginger Scraps, and for the layout we're going to use, I'm not sure if it's ETC or etc. I'm not sure how she pronounces it, but it's either ETC or etc. by Danyale or Danyale. I really don't know how to say her name, so I'm sorry for butchering it if I said it wrong. But we're going to use her kit, Daily Affirmation. I have the elements, I have the papers, and I have the documents. This is not the same as the other kits that I was using for the month of March. And the reason is March has 5 weeks in it this time. So I decided I was going to do 1 week with whatever the heck I wanted to. So this is actually from the lily pad, as you can see down on the bottom. And I'm going to use this. I typically use Ginger Scrap things because I also use these for my challenge for the month. But today I would really love to just break out of the mold and do something different. So we are going to use Dagi's template. We're going to use ETC by Danyale. Hope I'm saying it right. And I've already gone in and set up things to see if I can make this a little more streamlined. I've put my journaling in. I've dated it. And I've placed and put all of the pictures in. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to get my papers and we're going to get started. Okay, I'm back with the backgrounds, and you'll notice that I have saved it, week 13, March 26th, 31st PSD. Again, make sure that you save often and that you save your templates with a different name so you don't save over them. You can use them over and over and over and over again. That's one thing I love about digital scrapping, is that once you've used a page, you can use it over and over and over again. But with regular paper scrapping, once you cut a piece of paper, that's it, it's gone. You get to use it once. So anyway, let's go on to the papers. There's a lot of really busy papers, and my pictures are really busy this time. So I'm actually going to go more for some of the plainer ones. And so this one right here, I already had in there. I forgot that I had added it in. So I have the journaling block is going to be this blue, and I decided on this background of kind of the green because there's a lot of green in my pictures, and I think it would look really pretty to tie in some of the different things with it. Love this stripe, this blue stripe, and it'll kind of tie in with this blue here. So I'm going to put that one behind here. And also you don't want to have a real big pattern behind all the pictures and things there too. So I think that one works really well there. And let's see. I'm wondering about this fun little paper here. And make sure that the green, I guess it's chartreuse. It's kind of a greeny, olivey color. I'm not sure. But I think that works well. It ties in some of the colors there. And then I want to bring some orange in, but I also don't want it to be too busy. So my choice is this orange or the polka dot orange. The other option is the plaid here, but I don't know that the plaid is going to work really well. And I've already used flowers. So I don't want the flowers either. Plus, this is going behind flowers. So I think that my best bet is going to be the dots here. So that brings a little bit of the orange in. It brings some of the green, and it ties in the stripe. And again, this matchy match here has chosen my backgrounds based on matching. Someday maybe I'll get a little bit more bold, but for right now, we're matching. There's my background papers, and we'll go out and get the elements. Kind of a blank piece of paper in front. Well, while I was gone looking for the elements and deciding what I wanted to do next, so you didn't have to listen to me do that, I changed the entire layout. I changed the backgrounds, I changed the layered papers, everything. Left the pictures. I was just really, I kept looking at the orange, and the orange was just so pretty. And the orange didn't go with the background, and so I just changed it all up. So here we go. We're now starting from these, and we're going to head on to the elements. But first I wanted to show you, in case you're doing something like a hybrid daily planner. People do a lot of day planners lately. I think this kit is set up for people like that. They've got on the list, the check marks, things like that, but they also have all of these journaling cards that are blank, and some paper smears, and little paper clips and stuff like that. And they also have like an affirmation list, a list of what you might want to do during the day. So if that is something that you really like, this kit it's set up for something like that, and you'd really enjoy it. But let's go to the elements, because we're going to get started with finishing. That sounds silly. We're going to finish our paper, our page now. So these are some of the most beautiful, beautiful elements. I just love them. So I'm going to start. This was supposed to be a word art, but I didn't really have a word art that I wanted to put on there. She didn't have anything really for that. It was a journal card, and I wasn't really impressed with any of the journal cards. Not that they were wrong, they just didn't fit the pictures, so I put another paper there, and I put another paper with the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building. And remember, this moment is a nice little badge for the things that we're doing here. And I'm going to set it in here, kind of tying these two papers together. And I've got my 45-degree shadow actions out. And this is close to vellum, because it's not supposed to be very big, but I think paper kind of fits more. So we're going to leave that right here for now. And I am going to go and get some leaves. As you know me and my flower piles, I need to get my leaves going. Make this one a little small, turn it a bit. This might be a little too small for the flowers, but we'll see. Give me my leaf, get rid of this one, and I think I'm going to have it go see what we got if we just pile it kind of like this. And I might just cut this off there. And our flowers. What flowers do we have to work with? It looks like we have these. This one's, I'm wondering about this one. It looks a little busy, but because it's right over that, maybe we could use that. No, that's too busy there. So I need more of a plain flower. Let's try this one. Yeah, that one looks a lot better. I'm going to make it a little bigger. And I think I need to get rid of these under here before I bury them. Okay, so we're going to have you over here, and I'm going to make it bigger. I know, usually you hear me saying, no, it needs to be smaller, it needs to be smaller. Well, this one I'm going to make bigger this time. And I do want it to be over. Let's get the leaves, grab the leaves, and let's bring it over everything. I'm going to put it towards the top. So as little leaves go over, and we get that nice shadow. I like that a lot. I'm going to pull this one back here and see what we're going to do with that. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to put something little behind this guy. I don't know. I really like it just kind of hanging out there. Let's see what this one will do. See, I don't like doing cartoony with realistic, so that one's not going to work. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. That's soft and pretty, and it works for me. And really, it's just supposed to work for me, right? Because this is my layout, and these are my memories. And my hubbies and my daughters too. But I'm the one scrapping them. So I'm going to make these a little bit bigger. Alright, and as you see here, we have a little straggler, so we're going to get rid of them. Oops. Need to make sure I rasterize the layer because it was a smart object. I dragged it in. Anytime you drag something in, it automatically, I don't know if every version of Photoshop does it, but mine does, it automatically turns it into a smart object. So in order for you to delete anything or do anything to that object, you have to rasterize the image. So you go up to Layer, Rasterize, and it'll say Smart Object here. Okay. So we're good here. I'm happy with that. I don't really want to do anything more, but I'm going to move this up here, and I'm going to have something there. So let's take a look and see. Good stuff. This is nice because of the color. Maybe what we could do is put a little bit of a color behind it. A little smudge. Nah, don't like that. All right, let's see what this one will look like. Put this little guy here. It's got to go above. Bring him back up to the flowers. Turn a little star one way, and I use these as more of a large element. And I don't want to cover up her hand or her Harry Potter wand there. Okay, I like that. Okay, now remember this moment. I'm trying to do my visual triangle here. You see from here to here, and then over to here. This is our visual triangle. And we've got, it looks like she has 2 flowers, an interesting leaf, and a butterfly. So let's see what I want to do there. We do have a butterfly. And you know me and my mama, I always have to have a butterfly in my layout, so this is perfect. Pull it down. And have my mama butterfly over here. And one thing I haven't been reminding you of has been save. Now I may have a butterfly stay over here, or I might have it over here coming out. I actually like that very much right there. I think I'm going to leave that one there. So I'm going to have to get some flowers or some kind of something over here. This is a drawing. Let's see what it looks like. You can just put it behind. Give it a little vellum because it's supposed to be real tiny. And what about this blue flower? It's not particularly big. Blue flower here. I'm going to make that be a medium flower, I think. This one is huge. That one be small. And then I'm going to bring this one over here. I'm going to put it behind everyone. Looks like if I go a lot farther back. Let's try that. Here's the flowers right here. Put it behind. And I don't think I like that there. I'm going to make this one smaller. It's just one of those things that you play and play and play until you figure out what you like. Of course, I've got to get my leaves down here. Now this is where sometimes I get into trouble because I put all of these down low and I need them to be up higher, so now I have to grab all of them and pull all of them up. And I'll just go ahead and pull them up to the top because we know we want them to cover just about everything. Okay, so now we've got some leaves here. And I'll turn those around. I want to cover up her cute little face. Drinking an icy. Now remember, we need to rasterize these because, oh, see, I had already done that, so I'm okay. I can get rid of all of these over here because they're in the way. There. Command S, save. We've got two of our little clusters. And now with remember this moment, let's see what might go with this. We already have enough busyness behind it, so we really don't need anything tremendously big. And I might actually just leave it here. If I can find something, I will, but you know, it just gives it a little bit of something, but it doesn't go crazy. Maybe I'll put this little dragonfly here. It's kind of cute. You can kind of tie things together, but he should be smaller. See, I'm back to normal now. Small little guy. And let's see if we give him a shadow. He should be over here. He needs more contrast. So he's going to go over here. And perhaps we can do something right here. Let's see what this does. Oh, that's upside down. No, that's not going to do anything. What about doing this? This might be interesting. Tuck that behind. Tuck it behind the badge. Give it a nice little layered paper. Remember this moment. And then maybe use the blue one too. It'd be kind of fun little layering. One thing I learned from a scrapper named Cheryl is that she is just so good at layering things, and she picks things that you wouldn't think to layer with, and it just really, really makes it pop. It makes things feel textural, and that's one thing that people do say that they miss about paper scrapping, is that there's nothing to touch. It's just cold. Well, when you layer a lot, it makes you feel like you can reach out and touch it. And that's one thing that I've always been really wanting to have in my scrapping, is that I want someone to look at it and go, you know what? Is that or is that not paper? And to have them want to reach out and touch it. So that's one thing that I hope that you see with my with my layouts. It's important to me, but I know that I'm still on the journey. Hopefully one day I'll hear those words that somebody just said, oh, was that paper or was that digital? Oh my gosh, that's digital. Alright, so I have this visual triangle, but I'm not really liking the blue because I think the blue just, there's hardly any blue anywhere else, and that doesn't work. So that's a bummer because that would have been nice. That would have been fun. But maybe we can leave that there. Find something else that would go under. Maybe we could do a paint smudge. No, the paint smudge really kind of muddies what we're doing here. So I won't do a paint smudge. All right, I'm going to back out for a minute so you don't have to sit here and listen to me think. And I'm going to really think hard about what I want to put in this area right here. So hold on. I'll be back in 2 shakes. I'm back, and I moved around a few things, and I decided that remember this moment and the little dragonfly is going to stay there the way it is. And I changed up my my journaling block a little bit, added a week, and that's pretty much all I did. I am feeling like this is done. I have looked through all of the elements, and I don't think that there's any more elements that I want. There's no more real pictures that I want to put on there. And I think that if I put anything more, it's going to look way, 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 way too busy. The only other thing I was thinking about is taking these here and just pulling them over a little bit. But I got my week 12 in there, so I got to stop that. Okay, let's try that again. Pull this over just a little bit. Yeah, I like that better, but then I need to play around with the journaling again. It was a great mommy and daughter day. We had a lot of fun this week. And I believe that we can call this done. I've got our journaling, and our journaling says, this week we went to a Harry Potter week celebration at the local children's museum. We were sorted into the Ravenclaw house. This is a sorting hat. Made a wand. She made a wand. And joked around together. Here we go. In the elevator. It was a great mommy and daughter day. The car got its first bath, and this is Melissa waiting for the car. Dr. 11 kept us company in traffic, and we saw all the cousins at the brunch on Sunday, and this was a picture of Melissa on the brunch on Sunday as well. So thank you for joining me. Again, this was Dagi's Temptations, March Reflections number 3, page number 3, and this is etc. Danyale, or etc. Danyale's affirmation kit, daily affirmations. Thanks for visiting with me, and I hope you enjoyed our little time together, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Finishing the page and putting the video together, I realized I made a mistake. Anybody see it? Yep, week 12. It's supposed to be week 13. Boo-boo. So, it's now week 13. Can't be leaving the big mistakes in.